What's up, guys? It is Jonathan from Jonathan's Wellness Lab, and today we're going to talk about the best foods for depression. About a year ago, I read a book that absolutely changed my whole life, and it is Eat to Beat Depression by Dr. Drew Ramsey. And I actually have a YouTube channel where I give my review for this book. But in this book, he talks about all of the foods that support optimal mental well-being, and not just that, but the foods that are good for mental well-being and mental health. It's also good for your energy. It's good if you struggle with brain fog. And it turns out the foods that are really good for depression are also tasty, and they also are really good for your entire body, longevity, and all these things. Okay, let's dive into the best foods to beat depression. Let me look at my list here. Number one is pastured eggs. So, eggs are like a powerhouse of incredible nutrition. They're high in choline, which is a really important brain nutrient. Calorie per calorie, they're one of the most inexpensive foods for your health and your brain. They're also high in omega-3 fatty acids, which we all know is really good for your brain. And this a whole bunch of stuff. I have a blog post that I'm going to link below where I go into more detail about the different nutrients in these different foods that's good for the brain. So if you want to learn more about these different nutrients, check it out there. Number two is kefir. Kefir, I love kefir. It's like milk, but it's like sour. And for thousands of years, it's been a health beverage. And so in Dr. Drew Ramsey's book, he talks about the gut-brain axis, where your microbiome has a very significant impact. In fact, your gut is heavily linked to your brain, and optimizing your gut health is extremely important for mental health and producing serotonin. It's even known as your second brain. So it's a fermented dairy product. And if you want to make it as anti-inflammatory as possible, aim for goat's kefir. And it's really good to build that healthy gut bacteria in your stomach. Really good for mental health. And you might know this one, dark chocolate. I'm so glad this is on the list. I'm a natural chocolate lover, and it's absolutely delicious. So dark chocolate is high in I think I have it some here. Yeah, it's high in antioxidants, which helps to protect your brain cells from damage, helps to stave off age-related memory decline, improves blood flow to the brain, and it's high in flavonols, which is I don't know too much about flavonols. I'm still learning about that, but it's really good for your brain health, really good for depression, mental health, and just overall brain health. Four is fatty fish. Fatty fish is high in omega-3 fats, which is so important for building new healthy brain cells, optimizing serotonin, and just making your brain as healthy as possible. And don't forget, anything that's going to make your brain healthy is going to make you happier. So, whatever's good for your brain is also good for your overall body, and that includes mental health. Really good. And also pumpkin seeds. I've never been a big fan of pumpkin anything. I've never been a fan of pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving, but it turns out that pumpkin seeds is really good for your brain. It's high in magnesium, potassium, tryptophan. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. High in fiber, high in vitamin E. All of those are very good nutrients for your brain. If you want to get rid of the phytic acid, recommend getting roasted pumpkin seeds to get the full benefit of pumpkin seeds without having phytic acid. Hemp seeds. I love to put hemp seeds in my smoothies, about 2 tablespoons or so. Really good health benefits there. They also contain the brain boosting omega-3 fatty acids, helping and also help to protect your brain cells from cognitive decline. Throw them in your smoothie. They don't really have a lot of flavor, so It's really easy to add into oatmeal or something where you don't want to add an extra flavor in, but you want to add in more nutrition. Also, whole grains. I know that grains get a bad rap. Personally, I avoid gluten containing grains, but some grains in your diet can be really good. You want to aim for whole grains or something like sourdough bread if you want to avoid gluten. And it's a really good part of your diet. 8 is carrots. Carrots. What's the first thing you think of with carrots? Is your eyes. So beta carotene is it's not only good for your eyes, but it's also good for your mental health. So they did a study, and I linked to this in my blog post, where they did a study where people that were taking in more beta carotene actually had higher levels of optimism than people that had, yeah. And one of the hallmarks of depression is lower motivation and increased pessimism. Beta carotene apparently may be able to help you to increase more optimism. Yeah, that's it. I thought it was a list of 10, but it's actually a list of 8. But anyway, if you want to learn more about how to improve your mental health through nutrition, I recommend checking out Dr. Drew Ramsey's books. He's got a lot of good books. The one I've read so far is Eat to Beat Depression and Anxiety. But I want you to remember this. Your brain right now is made up of everything that you have eaten in the past. If you have crappy food, you're going to create a crappy brain. You're going to inflame the brain, which that's what sugar does, and many other unhealthy, toxic ingredients. And it's I believe personally, and I know there's a lot of reasons for depression and anxiety that's not related to nutrition. But I just know for me that when I'm giving my brain and body everything that it needs to be at its best, I feel naturally happier. And I did one of the smoothie recipes, a berry smoothie with a lot of these different brain boosting nutrients in his book. And I just felt incredible. I just noticed my baseline happiness was higher. So, yeah, check it out. So if you want to get more content, more videos about how to improve your mental health through nutrition, let me know in the comments below. I want to know if there's an interest and a demand for eating to beat depression and anxiety and just improve overall mental health and kicking brain fog in the caboose. And share this with somebody that you know that's struggling with their mental health, that needs some help. And hit the like button, press your finger down on your phone, hit that like button, click it if you enjoyed this video. And that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.